Sullenberger Gymnasium on the campus of Tates Creek Senior High School, where tonight the Bryan Station Defenders take on the Tates Creek Commodores and Channel 13's high school basketball game of the week. Hello again, everybody. I'm Dick Simpson. Alongside me, Mike Fannin, greeting you from Tates Creek tonight as we kick off our first game of the year 2005, Mike. And we got a big city game between the Bryan Station Defenders and the Tates Creek Commodores. Bryan Station comes in 13th ranked in the state. Tates Creek, a record of 5-6 coming in.
Well, you kind of got two teams going in opposite directions right now, Dick. Bryan Station coming off a big win over at Dunbar on Tuesday. They're 7-3. They're playing good basketball right now. Tates Creek, they've lost 4 in a row, but to their credit, they've been in every one of those games. And right now, they're just looking to get a win, to get some confidence and get over the hump.
Bryan Station has one of the city's, or maybe the city's, best six-man in Gerard Gate.
High-energy player, great defensive player, good rebounder. He's averaging almost double figures, and he does a lot of the simple things that help Bryan Station win games.
And the player that helps Tates Creek win games is junior Patrick Workman, who kind of came into his own in the district tournament last year.
He had a big district tournament last year. He's averaging close to 15 points a game this year, and if Creek's going to make another run at the district title this year, they're going to need that kind of production out of Patrick.
And the keys, Mike.
Well, I think for Bryan Station, they just want to build on what they did Tuesday. Build on that momentum, come over here and do the things that you did successfully over at Dunbar on Tuesday night. For Tates Creek, they need to watch their turnovers tonight. Bryan Station is going to come out and play pressure defense for 4 quarters. Tates Creek needs to take care of the ball. Dick, this is going to be a good one. Let's play ball.
Let's do it. They met earlier this season, back in December, in the semifinals of Bryan Station's holiday tournament, and Tates Creek was able to pull that one out. Tates Creek, a record of 5-6 coming in, as we mentioned, coached by Joe Pat Covington, and the Defenders ranked 13th in the state. They've come a long way, Mike, in 3 years under the leadership of Champ Ligon, and we knew it was just a matter of time before Champ got this team back on track.
You're exactly right. In 2 years, they've come a long way.
Martin Ashford with it over to Tino Washington, 2 seniors on this Defender squad that have got a lot of playing time since they've been at Bryan Station. This is Jerron Jones, a new addition to the team, and he hits the first shot of the game.
No hesitation, a nice look there.
Jones goes 6'4", he's a sophomore, and here comes the vaunted Defender pressure.
Again, they're going to come out and do this probably the whole game. Mix it up. Looks like they went a little 2-2-1 there, and right off the bat, Tates Creek turns it over. Joe Pat, that's something he does not want tonight.
Extremely quick Bryan Station team. Very versatile squad. DJ Adams, another senior, to Tino in the corner, and he hits the 3. Tino's been shooting the ball well of late.
And Champ has really got to like that, because that's been one of Bryan Station's Achilles, has not been able to shoot the outside jumper, and that's a big shot for Bryan Station right off the bat. And again, they're getting another turnover.
Tates Creek gets it. And the foul in backcourt. I believe the foul is on Martin Ashford. The starters for Tates Creek, they start a freshman. He's a very good one in Patrick Sparks. He wears 31. John Watkins, 23, is a 6'4" sophomore. Drew Williams runs the point, a 5'10" junior. And Patrick Workman, we mentioned in the open, 6'5" junior. And Pete Nukta, 6'6" junior. So it's a big Tates Creek team. They got some size, but having a hard time handling the pressure.
Yeah, they've had 3 turnovers. I think about their first 3 out of 4 possessions.
3 turnovers in the first 70 seconds of this game.
I don't think they've gotten a look.
They have not. Here's a steal by Patrick Workman. Drew Williams struggling against the Bryan Station pressure. And Tates Creek hitting the glass well. And the foul is on DJ Adams. The Defender starters, Martin Ashford, a 6'1" senior. Tino Washington, number 11, a 5'8" senior. DJ Adams, a 5'11" senior. Brandon Watts, a 6'3" junior. And Jerron Jones, a 6'4" sophomore. And at the line, Pete Nukta. As we said, Nukta goes 6'6", 62% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 6.5 points a game. Quarterback the Commodore football team. this year.
Got a nice looking free throw on him.
Tates Creek's first 2 of the game. Ashford gets inside. The foul is on Workman, number 24.
And Dick, that's one thing that makes Bryan Station so good. If you ease up a little bit on your transition defense, they will bust it right down the floor on you and get a shot or get a foul on you.
The foul was on Nocta, number 13, his first. You're right, Mike. Ashford hitting the free throw, averaging 8 a game, and the team's best free throw shooter at 73%. Defenders on top 7-2 here early. Just played 90 seconds of the first quarter. Workman turns it over.
Yeah, they did a nice job of busting the press, but then they threw it away when they got down on the offensive end.
4 turnovers in the first 2 minutes for the Commodores. Bryan Station coming out 2 impressive victories. Their last game, a big win over Dunbar. Then before that, they went on the road against and beat an undefeated Covington Holmes team as Watts hits the shot from the corner and the defender's off to a great start.
Now, Bryan Station's on fire right now. I mean, when I talked to Champ the other night, he said that was the one thing that teams have been doing against them the last 4 or 5 games, sitting in the zone and just daring them to make the outside shot. Well, right now they're making it. And I tell you what, if Bryan Station shoots well from the outside, they are one tough team to beat.
They are. They struggled early shooting back in December, the first couple of weeks out, but he said they have really picked up their shooting eye here in the last few games, and their percentage is increasing, and they're red hot to start this game.
Yep. But again, it's early, and Joe Pass is going to try to settle these kids down and get in the flow of the game, because they really haven't gotten into it yet, especially on the offensive end. Nice diagonal pass, good catch there, Benocta.
Patrick Sparks working for a shot, and he hits it.
Oh, that's a nice shot by the freshman there.
Averaging 6.5 on the year. First field goal of the game for the Commodores. Jones misses from the outside. Workman the board.
One extra step.
Three years ago, this group of seniors for Bryan Station suffered through a 4-24 year, and now they're ranked 13th in the state. Watts misses the inside shot. And the foul is on Nocta. That's 2 quick ones on Nocta. And Brandon Watts will go to the line. Brandon averaging 9 on the year.
Yeah, that's going to be tough on Tates Creek if Nocta gets in early foul trouble here. That's not good for them.
Brandon, a 6'3" junior. In for Tates Creek, Daniel Covington. And number 15, Dyron Carter. Carter, a 5'11" junior, and Covington, a 6'2" senior. Covington also played on the Commodore football team.
Bryan Station will trap everywhere. They'll get you in the corners and they'll trap. It was interesting. I was watching them play the other night, sitting with Coach Covington, and it's almost like sometimes when you watch Bryan Station on defense, like they have 6 or 7 players out there.
A steal by Watts. And he lays it in, and he's fouled on the play.
That was a very nice job of crossing over right there and using the rim as a defender. He got that foul because of the crossover right there. That was an excellent play by Watts.
John Watkins picked up the personal. Nash Baldwin has checked in for the Commodores. He wears number 2, and at the line, Brandon Watts. Off to a strong start here in this game. 7 points already in the game for Watts. Already at his season average. And we're not even at the halfway point of the first quarter. He has 8 of the 14 defender points. Workman to Covington, blocked by Jones.
Was an excellent pass by Workman, just not able to finish the deal there.
Jones the putback. And another timeout by Tates Creek. The defenders off to a great start on top of 13.
Well, they are off to a good start. Joe Pat's trying everything he can to stop the momentum right now, but right now nothing has worked for them.
The defenders are 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, 5 of 5 from the free throw line to start this first quarter, which is not even halfway over yet.
And they've scored 11 points off Tates Creek turnovers.
The Commodores have committed 6 turnovers, and that productivity off turnovers was something that had concerned Champ coming into this game. He felt like his team at times has not been able to take advantage of their by scoring points off their turnovers, and so they have answered the call tonight so far.
Yeah, you're right. If you're a coach and your part of your game is getting turnovers and playing good defense, you want to be able to score off of it. It doesn't do any good to get the turnovers and not being able to convert. Well, tonight they have very well.
The Commodore faithful very quiet. Not much to cheer about here in the first 4 minutes of this game, but
a very energetic student section.
Well,
one of the best.
Usually one of the best, but this defender squad has taken the life out of them here early.
They have.
Baldwin, a good outside shot. Rebound, Tino, Washington. Into Jones. I believe Watkins got a hand on it. It will remain Bryan Station basketball.
Yeah, Dick, it looked like Creek went man on that possession. Trying to mix it up a little bit. Got out of the zone. And they're playing zone on the out of bounds here.
Gerard Gay putting it into play. We mentioned Gerard at the outset. Really kind of a spark plug for this defender squad. He throws it away. And Watkins is run out by Ashford.
That's exactly what Tates Creek needs right now. They need to get some easy points, easy baskets.
Second foul on Ashford. At the line, John Watkins, one of 2 double-figure scorers for this Commodore squad, averaging 11 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, goes 6'4". Just a sophomore, having a good season so far. Joe Pat would like to see him average about 4 or 5 more points a game. This is Gay, over to Jones.
Yeah, Tates Creek has definitely gone man, and Bryan Station running a little UCLA cut off the elbow there and getting a nice basket.
Gay, the bucket.
Coach Wood and Coach Crum would have been proud of that one. I'm kind of dating myself there a little bit.
Yeah. I think our viewing demographics don't have a clue to who you're talking about, Mike, but that's okay, I do. I understand perfectly well. A steal by Watts. Oh, he missed the easy one.
And sometimes it's plays like that that turn a game around. Let's see what happens on Tates Creek this possession.
Bryan Station so quick. DJ Adams checks in. Bryan Station will play a lot of people. De'Aaron Fox comes in, he wears 13. They'll go about 10 or 11 deep, like to wear down opponents.
Bryan Station foul number 45.
Foul is on Jones.
Team sport. Ball out.
Tates Creek will keep it. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Still a long ways to go.
Right. Tates Creek, you just want to be patient right now. Get this thing under 10 by the end of the quarter. Long way to go in this one.
Another steal by Washington this time. And Washington loses control, falls out of bounds. Tino, a big smile on his face. A little bit over eager there.
Man, he hustles. He is all over the place.
He would make anybody's all-hustle team. Tates Creek having a hard time getting a good look at it. Another steal. But they stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Patrick Sparks will check in for Drew Williams.
In this example, just what I was talking about, it just seems like you turn around if you're Creek and there's two guys right in your face. You pass the ball and there's two guys in his face.
Watkins misses the three. Covington battling down low. A new player in for the Commodores, DJ Dallin. He wears 34. So the defenders on top by 14. And they throw it away. So they've been kind of careless with the basketball the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Champ's not really pleased with that because they've really had a chance to even blow this thing even more open than what it is right now. They've kind of let Creek hang around here.
Patrick Sparks. Watkins travels. A rough start for the Commodores. Ashford will check back in.
Station number 1, Martin Ashford.
Nine turnovers for Tates Creek in this quarter. It's tough to overcome.
Yes, it is. Gerard Gay with it. He wears 33. Into Fox. And he throws it away.
Again, that's a nice job by Tates Creek defensively there.
They're going to say it was off a Commodore. You're right. Watkins and Covington down there low defensively. Force Fox into a bad throw. A minute 40 to play in the quarter.
Right now, it looks like they're just going to spread the floor, let Washington just kind of penetrate and dish, keeping the middle open, and running a little clock in the process.
Well, the good thing about this defender squad, they have about 4 people who can run the point.
Yeah, you're right. They can all dribble.
They can all dribble, and makes them a very tough team to defend. A nice block by Nash Baldwin.
Yeah, Creek just needs a basket in the worst way right now. They're having to work so hard just to get the ball up the court. There's another steal by Fox.
An easy two for the defenders. And their points, Mike, have come very easy.
Oh, yes, you're exactly right.
Covington, a tough shot. Put back by Dowling.
Number 34, DJ Dowling.
Gay takes steps. 42 seconds to play. Brandon Watts checks in for Tino Washington. If you're just joining us, we're in the first quarter. Bryan Station, Tates Creek, and the defenders are off to a tremendous start, on top by 14.
Right now, Bryan Station defense has got Tates Creek running their offense way out on the floor.
And Baldwin throws it away with 14 seconds to play. You're right, Mike. Way beyond the three-point line.
You can see a little frustration sitting in on some of the Tates Creek players right now.
Well, Bryan Station doesn't lose anything when they go to their bench. They bring in 5 new guys who play like the starting 5.
Yeah.
Interchangeable parts. We've used that term in an earlier telecast, but Bryan Station definitely has a very versatile team. Covington, 2 seconds, and the first quarter comes to an end, none too soon for the Commodores. Bryan Station, one of their best quarters of the year, 21 points, on top by 14.
Well, that was a pretty a dominating quarter for Bryan Station there. I mean, they shot the ball pretty well. They got 13 points off the turnovers, and Tates Creek just really got nothing on their offensive sets that quarter. It was just a dominating quarter of Bryan Station.
Well, you mentioned these teams were coming into this game in opposite directions. Bryan Station, winners of their last two big wins. A road win against an undefeated Holmes team, and then a big city win over at Dunbar on their home floor. While the Commodores have come into this game losers of 4 straight. They haven't won a game since they knocked off this Defender squad back in the Defenders of the Station tournament. They lost big to Henry Clay, and then they've had some narrow, tough losses to Morgan County, a team from Florida, and to Heath High School. And so they've Joe Covington feels like his team has kind of been snake bit, but they've been devoured here in the first quarter.
Well, the good thing is it's just the first quarter.
Right.
We got 3 more quarters, and this we've seen the city, things can turn really quick. But Tates Creek has got to find an answer offensively to score, and they've got to take better care of the ball. You can't have 10 turnovers a quarter.
Looking for shots beyond the arc. Sparks has one of the 2 Commodore field goals.
And normally, Dick, a lot of times when teams play zone, it's not really aggressive, but Bryan Station's zone defense is very aggressive. I mean, they get out and guard the ball, they trap in the corners, and they make you work. I was going to date myself again and say it was almost like the UNLV defenses, zone defenses they played back in the 90s when they just pressed and just got all over you.
Do they still play basketball at UNLV?
I'm not sure if they do now or not. They used to. They used to.
Play very well, too. You're right. Gay hits the 3. And the Defenders continue to blister the nets. On top by 17.
Well, this has got to be their best shooting performance of the year.
I would have to think so. A steal by Watts. Oh, he had a man open.
Yeah, he missed Fox. Sure did.
Baldwin to Watkins, misses everything. Baldwin battling for the rebound. Baldwin has shown some moxie since he's come in. Sparks, the freshman. And the foul is on Watkins over the back of Watts, who got good position.
Sure did.
Foul number 23, John.
Tell you something's impressive about both teams. Boy, they can leap. They can really get up.
Into the game, number 45, Jared Jones for Bryan Station.
Again, if you're Creek, you just got to find a way to get some easy buckets, get some steals off the defense, something to get yourself going in this game.
This is Gay. Nice move into the paint. Gerard Gay. 26-7 lead by the Defenders.
I mentioned in the intro how he was high energy, and man, he is.
5 off the bench for Gay. Workman works straight for 2.
Nice entry pass there for Covington. Really nice pass in there. And that's what Creek needs. They need more buckets just like that.
And they need a few more defensive stops. And we have a foul on Patrick Workman holding. Well, another thing that Joe Covington, 2 things concerned Joe Covington coming into this game. One was handling the Bryan Station pressure. The other was rebounding. He felt rebounding was going to be a big key for his team because Bryan Station likes to get it off the glass and go, and was one way of slowing down the Defenders. Tino comes in, replacing Gerard Gay. Jerron Jones will put it into play.
Champ just runs players in and out on you.
Yeah. Watts deep in the corner. Picked up by Baldwin. Oh, my goodness. Tino with the steal. Nice.
Go ahead. It was a nice pass.
Tates Creek the other way.
They were both thinking the same thing there.
It was a beaut. Give the assist on that last one to Watts. Baldwin has brought some fight in off the bench, something the Commodores sorely lacked to start the game. And he's at the free throw line for 2. Baldwin, a 5'10 junior, averaging 10 on the year. In for the defenders, 2 new players who have not seen playing time so far. Alex Harless and Shelvin Mack. Harless a senior, Mack a freshman. Baldwin hits 1 of 2.
Got some nice freshmen out there with Mack and Sparks.
Yes. There's some good freshmen on just about every team in this city.
Exactly right.
Workman picks up the steal. And a collision and a foul on Jones. And Workman getting up slowly.
Took a hard lick there.
Patrick Workman, a 6'5 junior, averaging 14 on the year. Had a good sophomore season, Mike. Kind of snuck up on everybody and really kind of had a coming out party at the district tournament last year.
Sure did.
And now he's their go-to guy this year.
Well, there's a lid on it right now for Creek.
Number 33 for Bryan Station.
Gay will check in for Jones. Yes, you're right. Commodores 3 of 12 from the field. 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. 4 of 7 from the line. Pete Nocta checks back in for Covington. Pete playing with 2 fouls.
And Tates Creek playing the straight man right now. Bryan Station doing a nice backdoor cut there.
Harless with the 2. They lead by 19. Collision in the lane. And the foul is on Gay.
He tried to get there, I think he was just a tad bit late. But I always liked when kids try to take the charges.
Well, you gotta have some guys to take a charge from Pete Nocta. 6'6", 215. He's playing with 7 stitches in his chin from a collision he had in a game against Morgan County.
And from what I heard, the kid from Morgan County came out on the bad end of that collision.
He had over 20 stitches. Pete, a tough kid, as we mentioned, quarterback the Commodore football team. Gerard Gay will put it into play. The defenders are just taking the spirit out of the whole gymnasium.
Yes.
Usually it's a rowdy bunch over there in the Commodore student section, but not much to cheer about tonight. And the foul is on Workman again.
There's a really nice diagonal pass by Adams there.
Again, Harless snuck behind the defense. And he'll be at the line for 2. Harless averaging 8 on the year, 3 tonight. 6'2" senior. Gives Bryan Station a 20-point lead.
See, that's a good example right there, Dick. Tates Creek had really busted the press, but Bryan Station gets a deflection. And they're all over the place.
Well, Bryan Station playing with a lot of confidence. That is quite obvious. An outside shot from Tates Creek's number 15, Dyron Carter.
Yeah, that was a big shot by Carter there. They needed about 2 or 3 or more of those before halftime.
TJ Adams answers with a 3.
And that's just a crusher when you come down and get a 3 and then the other team answers.
Bryan Station shooting the ball so well. Another near steal by the defenders.
Into the game for Bryan Station, number 23, Brandon Watts.
Drew Williams, number 20, the point guard. New to the position. Carter again. This time it rolls out. Pete knocked over the putback.
Yeah, nice job by Nocta keeping the ball up, putting it right back in.
Bryan Station quickly. Adams rolls in.
And that's what I was saying. You relax after you score, and they come down in 3 seconds and put one right back on you. And that's deflating when that happens. And if you're Creek, as soon as you score, you have got to be thinking defense.
Workman puts up a 3 and misses everything. There is no time to relax against this Bryan Station pressure. Here's the freshman Mack trying backdoor.
Had the right idea.
And in for the first time, Stephon Walker. He wears number 50 for the defenders. And in for the Commodores for the first time, Chris Floyd, number 30. Nash Baldwin checks back in. He wears number 2. Very impressive first half by Bryan Station. Two and a half to play in the first half. Station showing good patience.
You're right, they are. Running a nice little set. They don't have it. They're going to come right out and run it again. Trying to get the cut off the elbow there, then post up inside.
Mack into the lane. Tino a tough shot. Adams from beyond the arc. It won't go, and picked up by Watkins. Baldwin misses the layup. And Nocta is tied up. Again, a lid on it for the Commodores.
You're right. I mean, they just cannot buy one. They're 5 of 17.
Tates Creek foul number 15, Stephen Walker. His first, team's 8. Into the game.
Defenders shooting 56% in this game. Patrick Sparks checks in for Carter. Gay checks in for Adams.
Nocta to shoot 1 and the bonus.
I was saying, Dick, if Bryan Station can shoot over 50% in their games, they are very, very tough to beat.
I agree. There is no doubt about that.
Of course, that's true with a lot of teams, but the way they play defense and are all over you, that's what makes them tough.
You're right. Pete Nocta leading all Commodore scorers with 6 points. Also the leading rebounder with 3. Two minutes to play in the first half. And they throw it away. Trying to get that lob down there to Gay.
Yeah, that's what Chant doesn't want to see right now. He wants them to come down and get looks and get shots. You don't want to come down right now if you're up 19 and not get a shot up. You don't want to give Creek any room to get back in this game if you're Station.
Floyd trapped, over to Sparks. Picked up by Walker. Walker lays it in.
That's a tough shot.
Everybody contributing for Bryan Station. They lead by 21.
There's another steal. In a stat that you showed me before the game, Dick, that I didn't realize about, Bryan Station has no one averaging double figures offensively.
Quite an amazing stat for a team ranked 13th in the state. And Mike, I will say that there's probably not a team ranked anywhere in any state that doesn't have a player averaging a double figure.
Yeah, that's an incredible stat. That just shows the depth that Station has.
A very balanced team. You look at the averages, Martin Ashford and Tino Washington at 7.9. Gerard Gay and Alex Harless, 8.3, 8.1. You got DJ Adams at 9.7. Brandon Watts, 9.1. They get points from just about everybody who comes in. Here's the freshman Mack. He will go to the line. Mack averaging 3 on the year.
Foul number 13, Pete Nocta, his third, team 7.
Yeah, that's Nocta's third. That's a big foul.
To the line for Bryan Station.
Nocta leads the team in scoring and rebounding in this game.
Shoots 1 and the bonus.
They look very good shooting their free throws. They're perfect tonight, 8 of 8.
For DJ Gallo, replaces Nocta.
They came into this game shooting 58% as a team tonight. I jinxed them, but on a foul in backcourt by Walker.
Well, Champ would certainly like to save this first half for March. I mean, it's played about as well as they can play.
Bryan Station has not beaten Tates Creek in over 3 years. This will be one of the hurdles, the defenders, one of those mental hurdles that they had to overcome. The other opponent, Henry Clay, they have not beat in over 3 years. Walker into the lane. Steps called. As we mentioned 2 years ago, Bryan Station was 4-24. The year before that, they won like 2-26.
Nice job by Creek there, busting the press. Again, just not able to finish once they beat it.
20 seconds to play here in the first half. A nightmarish first half for Tates Creek. They trail by 22 with 10 seconds to go.
They're going to spread the floor here. Probably let Tino try to go one-on-one and maybe dish.
Washington against Williams. 2 seconds, not going anywhere. And he nails it at the buzzer. Oh my! It's been that kind of half for Bryan Station.
Say a fitting conclusion to the first half.
Absolutely. We go to halftime. Bryan Station on top big. The score, the defenders 43, the Commodores 18. The Tates Creek High School step team out on the gymnasium floor performing their halftime routine, and Mike, it's about the only thing the Commodore faithful have had to look forward to tonight, and that is the performance of the step team. And as we go through these first half stats, I don't think we've done a game where one team dominated in just about every statistical category. It's just amazing.
You're right. I mean, there's not much else to say than what we see on the stat sheet here. I mean, Bryan Station, they shot the ball well. Again, it had to be the best they've shot the ball in the first half this year. I don't know that, but it had to have been. I mean, they just And they got a lot of easy shots. They made some threes. They only missed, I think, one free throw, 55% from the three-point line. But Tates Creek, you cannot turn the ball over 16 times and a half against a team like Bryan Station. I mean, you just can't do it. I mean, Bryan Station turned it over 10 times, but Tates Creek wasn't able to score much in their offensive sets. I mean, even when they broke Station's press, they still did not get very many good looks. And that's just the way Bryan Station can make you play. I mean, they can make you just not look very good. And that's what happened to Creek in the first half. Now, again, it's just the first half, but they're really going to have to step it up here in the second half. They're going to get back in this thing.
They trail by 25, 43-18. Bryan Station on top. Arguably, and I would have to agree with you, you know, their best performance, their best half of the year. In just about every statistical category. They got 20 points off turnovers, 7 assists to Tates Creek's 2.
Well, if you're Joe Pat right now, the second half, you're trying to break it down into 2 games. You're telling your kids, we've got to get this thing down to about 12 or 10 at the end of the fourth quarter and then take our shot. You can't get it back in one trip, so don't try to. Just be patient, try to knock about 15 points off this lead in the third quarter, and then let's try to go for it in the fourth. But they just got to take better care of the ball.
To Tates Creek's defense, it's a very young team.
Right.
You look out on the floor, Nocta got some varsity time a year ago, not much. Workman got some time, but Williams running the point for the first time. Watkins got some playing time last year as a freshman. Baldwin got limited varsity time, and you look at the defender team, a lot of these guys have been 3-year starters. And they feel it's their year. They've paid their dues. It's the defenders' year. Jones hits to start the second half, and they're on top by 27.
And they stick right with the pressure defense. They're not going to let up.
Ashford with the steal. They took their lumps, these defender seniors, like Tates Creek is tonight. Jones again, and he hits it again. A 3 from Jerron Jones. My goodness, a 30-point defender lead.
Basket looks like a wash tub with Bryan Station's kids tonight. I mean, everything's going in.
Unbelievable. Tino Washington, a double pump 3 at the buzzer, and they come out, score the first 5 of the second half. Watkins in low, scores and is fouled.
Bryan Station foul number 1, Martin Ashford. His third.
Balanced scoring by the defenders. They were led in scoring by Brandon Watts and Tino Washington with 8. Jones has taken over the scoring lead with his 5 in this half. 7 to Gerard Gay, 5 to DJ Adams, and it just goes on and on and on. Baldwin, short.
Tates Creek did a nice job in the offensive glass, and then they throw it away right there.
Watts had 8 in the first quarter. Well, I'm sure you mentioned what Tates Creek wants to do. I'm sure for Champ, he wants to see his team keep up their intensity level.
That's exactly right. And sometimes they can be tough when you're up 28, 30 points. You want to execute. You want to forget the score, come down every time, and get a good look.
Just like that. Ashford draws the foul.
Again, a nice simple pump fake there, got the foul. Again, Dick, the thing that makes it so hard to come back against Station is they're so hard to press. I mean, every player out there can handle the ball. I mean, it's really tough to come back on these guys.
You're right. They continue to shoot their free throws well. Well, you look out there, Gay, Ashford, Tino Washington, Fox, Mack, Moment, all can handle the ball at the point at some, DJ Adams. This is Watts. Gerard Gay into the game, 33. Nice step in by Workman.
That's what you got to do against this offense. You've got to make that first pass difficult. You cannot let them make that first entry pass to the wing on this offense.
Adams into the lane, blocked by Workman. Blocked again, picked up by Drew Williams.
Oh, nice pass.
Tino Washington causing all sorts of havoc down low, and he picks up the foul.
Yeah, nice diagonal look there by Creek.
Tates Creek hard hit by graduation last year. Lost 4 of 5 starters, almost all of their offense. Baldwin deep in the corner, missed the shot. Tino. Adams misses. Helter-skelter basketball.
Good hustle by both kids there, getting on the floor.
And Watkins will put it in. 5:22 to play in the third. Workman's had a tough night. Nice fake, Baldwin. He can't find the range. Nakta has been one of the bright spots for the Commodores.
Did a nice job on offensive boards, again, keeping it up high.
He leads them in scoring with 8 and rebounding with 5. And a 3 by Gerard Gay.
They're just feeling it.
Oh my, are they ever. 7 of 11 from beyond the arc in tonight's game.
Yeah, nice job by Creek beating the press there.
And the foul is on Martin Ashford, his 4th. And John Watkins will go to the line. Coach Joe, Pat Covington, very high on this sophomore. A very versatile player. As we said, coming in, averaging 11 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, leading rebounder on the team, 62% free throw shooter. Just a sophomore. You figure he might grow a few more inches before he's through.
He's a really nice looking player.
Knocked down both free throws. Watkins now with 7 in the game. Michael Sparks, a freshman, checks back in. He wears 31.
Now Creek's going to come out and try a little, looks like a little 1-2-2 press. Let's see how Station handles it.
Good trap by Tates Creek. And they throw it away, the defenders.
Again, if you're Creek, that's what you want.
Mike, there's an old adage that says, I know we've gone retro tonight, but in keeping with that theme, there's an old adage that says that teams who like to press do not like to be pressed. As a coach, do you feel that's true?
Sometimes it is.
Nakta posting up strong, and he's fouled from behind by Gay. Gay having a tough assignment trying to guard Nakta down low. Daniel Covington into the game, wearing number 4, and at the line, Pete Nakta.
Again,
trying to get in double figures tonight.
You don't think about this in the third quarter, but if you're Creek, this is what you want. You want to score points with the clock stopped. Even though there's 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, this is what you have to do to get back in this game.
Pete Nakta coming in, averaging 6.5 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. And that kind of sums it up for Tates Creek tonight. 9 in the game tonight for Nakta. And Alex Harless checks in for Bryan Station, number 31. And that's the thing about Bryan Station. You're bringing in a guy like Harless, Mike, who tonight was the 8th player off the bench, and he's one of their leading scorers.
Yeah. See if Station handles the pressure a little bit better this time.
We're at the halfway point of the third quarter. This is Harless. Moment short, rebound Nocta.
Quick hands by Station.
Gerard Gay with the steal. And the foul is on Nocta.
13, Pete Nocta, his fourth, team's second.
4 fouls on Nocta. And at the line, Gerard Gay. Tonight, 10 points. I don't want to jinx him, but he's 4 of 4 from the field. 2 of 2 from beyond the arc.
In the game for Tates Creek, number 34.
Leads all scorers in the game with 11. DJ Dallin checks back in, number 34 for Tates Creek. Out comes Nocta. Harless over the back.
Bryan Station foul, number 31. Alex Harless, his first, team's fifth. And out, Commodores.
And another turnover. Harless picks it up.
And a nice bounce pass.
Oh, nice play by Covington.
And a great block by Covington there.
Not giving up on the play. Patrick Sparks inside, and he's fouled.
Let's see if that block kind of gives a little boost to Creek here.
The foul is on DJ Adams. Well, one thing, Mike, I think what you want to see Joe Covington is looking for in this second half is his players not to hang their heads. They got to continue to fight.
Right.
Because they will live to play another day. Sparks, one of the best freshmen in the city. 6'2", averaging nearly 7 points a game on the year.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one, no doubt about it.
Covington fighting and picking up the foul. Tates Creek foul number 4, Daniel Covington. His first, team's third. Into the game for Bryan Station, number 45, Jaron Jones.
Jaron Jones checks back in, number 45, replacing Gay. Good pressure by Tates Creek. Baldwin steps in.
Yeah, Bryan Station's had a little trouble with Tates Creek's pressure tonight.
Timeout, Bryan Station.
And I think Champ's going to talk about that right now. He wants to get everybody set on where they are in the press offense here.
And it's an important for both coaches to think beyond this game.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're trying to teach right now. You're trying to get ready for down the road. You're trying to get ready for March. And again, if you're a Creek right now, you would much rather this happen in January than in March.
Absolutely.
You got plenty of time to regroup and come back from this.
But they are teaching moments. Even when you're on top by 27, Champ working his team.
You know, if you're Joe Pat, you want your kids to keep fighting. If you're Champ, you want to keep executing, regardless of the score.
Because they're going to play Bryan Station again.
Right.
Bryan Station 2-1 in district play coming in. Trying to keep pace with Henry Clay for the district lead. And this pressure has caused Bryan Station some problems.
Station's turned it over 3 or 4 times off Creek's press.
$11 turnovers in the game for Bryan Station, 20 for Tates Creek. Patrick Workman coming in averaging 14, only 3 tonight. Has only gotten off 3 shots.
A lot of times that Bryan Station defense just won't allow you to get them off.
You're right.
Ooh.
Jerron Jones finishes for Bryan Station, having his best game of the year, averaging 2.5 coming in. Tonight, Jones has 11. And another turnover forces it back to Bryan Station, who are on top now, 55-26. Carter and Williams check in for Tates Creek and Watkins. Williams wears 20. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Harless for an easy two.
What a nice pass inside there. Tell you, Dick, we were talking earlier, I really like Washington as a point guard. I mean, he just seems so cool out there, knows the game really well.
Williams working for two, and it goes. You're right.
If you're going to go deep into March, you got to have good point guard play.
Drew Williams with the steal. Watkins with the basket.
Nice job by Creek there, converting.
John Watkins has 7 in the game.
A nice assist by Williams there.
And another timeout by Champ Legan. His team on top by 27, but does not like the way his team is playing right now.
Yeah.
They kind of slipped in their intensity.
Yeah, the first thing you're probably going to say is, forget the score and let's just play. Sometimes as coaches, when you're up like this, you start playing little games with your players where you say the game's tied right now. We've got to win the last 10 minutes of the game. You try to do some things to keep your kids motivated here if they get a little lazy on the offensive end throwing the ball away. And if you're Joe Pat, again, you just want your kids to keep playing hard. When you've coached long enough, you're on the good end of these games and you're on the bad end of these games, and it's just, it can be hard.
Well, as we mentioned, Tates Creek hard hit by graduation. They made it to the regional tournament a year ago, district champions. And it's a new team, a completely different look for the Commodores, and they're going to take their lumps this year. But as we saw a year ago in the district tournament, once it comes March and district time, it's almost like everybody's on a level playing field.
You're right.
Shelvin Mack, 14 into the game. He's a freshman. De'Aaron Fox is in. Carter battling for the Commodores, and it will go to Tates Creek.
Yeah, nice job by Creek there, busting the press, and just was not able to finish the deal.
Covington gets it blocked. Mack running the break. Oh my! Calvin Mack, the freshman.
That was one pretty jump stop going straight up for a freshman.
My goodness. 1:30 to play in the third. Drew Williams battling down low. The basket is wiped off. But Williams, number 20, has been finding some success down low.
Yeah, he plays hard.
Williams 2 points tonight, 5 rebounds from the guard position. One thing that Tates Creek has been lacking is a good, steady point guard. And they're working Drew into that position.
Nice job by Station there. Didn't have it, going to pull it out, take it to the hole and get fouled.
Alex Harless with a quick first step. The foul on Covington, and Harless will go to the line.
His second, team's fourth. To the line for Bryan Station, shooting 2.
Well, one thing Champ told me in preparation for this game that his team has taken this year does not get overly emotional. It's a very business-like approach, and that's certainly been the case tonight. Sometimes in these city games, emotion can get the best of teams, but they have played under control.
And I saw that Tuesday night against Dunbar. I mean, they beat a really good Dunbar team at their place Tuesday night.
This will be the third straight impressive road win for the defenders. Holmes, Dunbar, and Tates Creek. That's quite a trifecta.
But every game this year is a road game for Station.
Well,
I mean, you know, and that may turn out being an advantage for them this year since they don't have a home gym. Every game's on the road, and they're used to it.
You're right, and we'll talk about that in the fourth quarter. Drew Williams taking it strong to the basket. And that's something that Tates Creek did in the first meeting between these two schools. In the first meeting, Tates Creek shot the ball extremely well. They shot 56% from the field. Bryan Station could not find the basket in the first meeting. And Tates Creek went to the line 30 times to Bryan Station's 10, outscored them by 17 points in the paint.
It's just been two different games.
Drew Williams having a good third quarter. Six in the game for Williams, a go with 5 rebounds.
Yeah, Williams has really played well. Nice looking free throw on him.
54 seconds to play in the third. And the defenders on top by 26. A steal by Carter, and he hits.
Nice look inside.
And
Fox.
Walker finishes. Give the assist to Fox. I like the discipline that time, Mike. Fox had a shot. He could have taken it. Look for a better one.
Very unselfish. Oh, nice shot.
John Watkins, the southpaw. Down here to Fox again. This time he's going to take it, and he buries it. Steal by Tino to Fox. Oh, my goodness.
They are on a roll.
67-38 lead. Watkins at the buzzer. And the score after 3, Bryan Station 67, Tates Creek 38.
Well, I talked in the intro about keeping up your momentum from the Dunbar game Tuesday night. Well, they've done that and then some. I mean, they've just continued to shoot the ball well, and they're looking like a very good basketball team right now that is certainly a regional contender. I mean,
Tates
impressive.
Creek did come into this game losing 4 straight, but Mike, they're not this bad. They're a young team, but they're still a good basketball team.
I mean, they beat Bryan Station earlier. I mean, you're right. But sometimes, just the way the games start off, you make a few buckets early, you get your confidence up, and things just snowball. And it's just been like that tonight for Station.
Bryan Station just clicking on all cylinders.
Still shooting over 50%.
8 of 12 from beyond the three-point line. That is incredible.
Like I said, I know Champ's thinking, man, I'd love to save some of these for March because they just are on fire tonight.
28 points off turnovers, 11 of 15 from the line. Balanced scoring, you got Gay and Jones with 11. Watts with 8, Washington with 8, Fox, Harless with 7, Adams with 5, Mack with 3, Walker with 4. Sparks answers with the Commodores. It's showtime now for Bryan Station here. Moments into the game, he wears number 10, Brandon Moment. And Tino is hammered by Williams.
And that's exactly what Champ wants there. He wants them to be patient on offense, turn it over, come down, get a foul, get on the free throw line, get a good shot.
His second, team's fifth.
At the line will be Tino Washington. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Coming in averaging 8 points a game. Looking to be the 3rd defender in double figures.
I mean, it's real easy when you're up 28, 30 points for the game to get kind of helter-skelter. But, I mean, Champ knows and Joe Pat knows that when you get into district play, you've got to be able to run your half-court offenses. And that's, you know, that's what you're working on right now, if you're Champ especially.
Good trap by Bryan Station in the backcourt, but they pick up the foul.
Bryan Station foul, number 15, Walker.
Well, you mentioned earlier about Bryan Station. Every game is a road game. Their gymnasium is unable to be used this year because of the new school they're building over there, and so they practice at LTMS, and every game is a road game for this defender squad. But Champ says, despite that, he's never had better attendance at practices. Sometimes they don't get to practice till like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and if anything, it's brought his team closer together.
I was going to say that can work in your favor sometimes, getting your kids together a lot more.
It's almost like an us against them mentality. Gay into the lane for an easy 2. Again, running their offense well.
Yep, nice job again.
Gay leads all scorers in the game with 13. And another turnover. Tell you the game I want to see, Mike, is Bryan Station Henry Clay. Henry Clay playing well, ranked in the top 5 in the state.
Well, I saw the first one. I saw them play in December. Henry Clay kind of jumped out on them early, got up about 15 or 16 points. Station made a run at him, got within about 4 or 6 in the fourth quarter, but really couldn't get any closer.
Dyron Carter will go to the line for 2 free throws. Dyron, a 5'11 junior, has come off the bench tonight and done a good job. 6 points tonight. A new player into the game for Bryan Station for the first time, Courtney Embry, a 6'1 sophomore. Courtney wears number 12. Oh my goodness. Carter very athletic. Tates Creek will keep it.
Say good hustle there by Carter.
Alex Sarlis checks in for De'Aaron Fox. Fox checks out with 7 tonight.
Passes the ball really well.
Yes, he does. Very unselfish player. This is Brandon Moment over to Mack. Hardest likes that shot. Missed this one. Watkins has played a strong second half. Embry off the bench for 2.
Yeah, nice bounce pass there by Harless.
Everybody who has played for Bryan Station has scored with the exception of Moment. Good move, Watkins. And Dallin is knocked to the floor by Harless. 6 minutes to go in the game, and it's a 30-point defender lead. DJ Dallin. 6'2 sophomore. Tates Creek really going young right now. You got Sparks, a freshman, Dallin, a sophomore, Watkins, a sophomore, into the game for the first time. Number 3, Torrey Hogan, he is a senior.
Yeah, normally in these city games, you don't get to play a lot of people, but it's good for these kids to get some experience that normally wouldn't get any.
You're right. This is Walker. He's a senior, and he's fouled by Hogan.
Tates Creek foul number 3, Tanner Bond, his first.
Make that Bond number 3. And he is a sophomore.
To the line for Bryan Station number 50, Walker. Into the game for Tates Creek number 14, Thomas Bryce.
Stefan tonight, 4 points. Dallin hits.
Nice shot.
Thomas Price is into the game for Tates Creek. He's a sophomore. He wears 14.
Nice
Moment hits for the defenders.
Tell you what, that was a nice catch. I thought that ball was way out of bounds. Back through it.
And he did a good job of drawing the foul.
Foul number 23, John Watkins, his third, team 7.
And now everybody who has entered the game for the defenders has scored. And I think Champ has a few more players over there.
Well, Champ's got to have one of the deepest benches in the state. I mean, he's got at least 10 people that can play, and probably more than that.
Well, that is for sure.
And again, that's what you like to see too. They're still hustling. They're up 31 points, and they could be packing it in, but they're still getting after it. And that was the one thing, Dick, remember when we first did Champ's first game against Henry Clay, and they just got ripped, their kids played hard.
Yep.
That first year.
Yep.
And you just knew that in a couple of years they were going to be tough.
I would even say, Mike, that looking at this team, at these guys as seniors, they played the same way. They're just better players. They execute better than they did when they were sophomores. And when they were sophomores, they would play both JV and varsity.
Yeah.
And those all those games are paying huge dividends now. But they played the same way, even when they were down 20, 30 points. The freshman Mack misses. Moments there. And a foul on DJ Dowling.
Tates Creek foul on number 34, DJ Allen. His first.
So Brandon Moment will go to the free throw line.
Number 10, Moment.
Man, he didn't waste any time there.
Nice rebound.
Yes, it was. Number 55, James Johnson, a sophomore, into the game. So you got James Johnson, number 55. Well, practically what you have out there is the JV team for Tates Creek that won earlier tonight. Sparks, a freshman, and 4 sophomores. Dallin, James Johnson, 55, Tanner Bond, 3. And into the game for Bryan Station for the very first time is Aaron Rogers, number 35.
Aaron Rogers.
valuable playing experience for these young players. Timeout, Champ Leggin.
Yeah, again, he's got some kids in there. He wants to make sure on this press now that they execute it well. Again, just can't say enough.
His bench goes on forever down there. My goodness. I'm looking at, there's still 2 or 3 players who have yet to check in.
Goes out there to Center Parkway. It's one of these games tonight, Dick, when you shoot the ball well, you look good.
Right.
And they've certainly shot the ball well tonight, but this, make no mistake, this is a very good team.
Yes.
This Bryan Station team is a very, very good team that can win this region.
They feel they can, and I know a lot of other people feel as well, and that's why it's a wide open region this year. It should be exciting to watch. Still a long ways to go in the regular season.
The thing that they have, I think, working for them is they play good defense. To get to the state tournament, you got to win 3 games in the region. You got to get there first. But if you get to the region, you got to win 3. And I very seldom have seen a team go into the regional tournament and shoot lights out for 3 straight games. There's going to be one game that you don't shoot the ball well, and you got to win it with your defense. And they can do it. They can win with their defense.
A nice steal by Thomas Price. A new player into the game for Bryan Station, Brock Howard, a 6'2" junior.
But this region for the boys this year, it's wide open. I mean, it's really wide open. Again, we talk about it every year. The hard thing is just getting out of the district.
Yeah, that is for sure. There are no gimmies in the district. There are no certainties. And while you're mentioning the district tournament, Mike, it will be the last year the district tournament is being held as we know it. The city teams, the public school teams are split into 2 districts. Right. So this year will be the last year for the venerable 43rd District basketball tournament.
You're right. I'd forgotten about that. Scott County comes into the 11th region next year. If this region wasn't tough enough, it's really going to get tough next year.
Oh, my goodness. Is it ever? I would say arguably hands down the toughest region when Scott County moves in here.
I'm sure Coach Hicks wasn't too pleased with that, but
no. And you know, he was quoted in the paper as not liking the move.
Bryan Station foul number 14, Sheldon Mack. His second. To the line for the Commodores, number 14, Thomas Price. Shoots 2.
So Thomas Price back to the line. 2 of 5 from the free throw line tonight is Price. Commodores have gone to the line 37 times tonight, hit 23. Oh, good rebound by Sparks. And he's fouled by Harless. So Patrick Sparks will go to the line. Sparks got Tates Creek's first field goal tonight. He has 5 points, 3 rebounds. Nice form on a shot. De'Aaron Fox checks in, replacing Moment.
De'Aaron Fox replaces number 10, Brandon Moment.
I stand corrected, Mike. It's not Patrick Sparks. It's, of course, Michael Sparks. No relation. But thanks for correcting me on that. And, Mike, feel free to correct me on the air. You're writing things over here. I'm not sure what it is, but it's Michael Sparks. I don't know how many times I've called him Patrick Sparks tonight, but I apologize for that. He has a ways to go to play like Patrick.
Being we're in Cat Country, I can see where that could have happened.
Well, even announcers lose focus sometimes late in a game like this.
Sparks is going to be a good one, though, for Creek. I mean, he's just going to get bigger and stronger. And I got the chance to see him a lot in middle school. And I tell you what, he's going to be a good one for Joe.
79-52 defender lead. You're right. Well, the fact that he's starting as a freshman speaks volumes. Still by Harless.
I mean, the thing that's so amazing, Dick, is just the turnaround from the first game. I mean, Creek wins the first meeting, I think 72-64. And now they're down, you know, it's around 30 points. That's a big swing. And just, I'm not sure when they played, a month ago or 2 or 3 weeks ago. That is a huge, huge swing.
For Bryan Station, number 24, Brock Howard shoots 2. Into the game for Tates Creek, number 10, Abe Mashney.
Abe Mashney checks into the game for the Commodores. Abe's a junior, 6 feet tall, and also, once again, number 30, Chris Floyd, replacing Sparks, and that would be Michael Sparks. Brock Howard hits the second free throw. And everybody that has played has scored for Bryan Station with the exception of Aaron Rodgers. He's in the game right now.
Nice pass by Mack.
Mack misses. Harless battling, and he's fouled. Harless has 8 tonight, and he will go to the line for 2. And it's just about emptied out on the Tates Creek side across the way. Still 4 minutes to play. Mashney to Floyd.
Bryan Station, they're going to keep putting the pressure on you. I mean, that's the only way they know how to play. I mean, they're going to keep it on you from the time the tip off to the final buzzer.
Stephon Walker checks in for Harless. You're right. Well, they had a big win over Lafayette back in December. Blew Lafayette off the floor, so this is their second impressive blowout city win for Bryan Station. This is Rodgers. Five-second call. Into the game for Tates Creek. And Tates Creek has a deep bench down there too. I do not have a name for 00. He's handling the ball right now. Mashney from deep in the corner. And here comes Mack. Nice look to Rodgers, and Rodgers hits.
Basketball number 35, Aaron Rodgers.
3 minutes to play. 00 is Dominique Wade, and he gets it stolen by Rodgers. And 2 quick packets by Aaron Rodgers. And it's a 33-point defender lead. Under 3 minutes now. Mike, everybody for Bryan Station that has played has scored at least 3 points.
It's just a testament to how deep their bench is. And they can play.
Brock Howard a 3, and he buries the 3. 88-52. A game for the ages for the defenders tonight.
You're exactly right. Shooting-wise, it is.
My goodness. .56% from the field.
That will win you a lot of games.
64% from beyond the three-point line.
That will win you even more games.
Mack loses it going up, and Bryan Station will keep possession with 1:55 to go.
51, Chase Jackson.
Chase Jackson checks in for the first time. He wears number 51. Timeout on the floor. Courtney Embry back in as well for Bryan Station. He wears number 12.
Station, a 30-second timeout.
I think Champs burned all of his timeouts this half.
Yeah, he's still coaching, wasn't trying to execute. And you got to feel for Joe Pat tonight. This is just one of those games when you coach so many years, you're just going to have a game like this. It's kind of one of these games you take the tape and you burn it. You know, I mean, it's just you just kind of forget about it and you got to move on.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure he'll watch it and try to find some mistakes and coach and get better, but it's almost you just got to just wipe it out of your mind and just move on.
Looking for Chase Jackson down low. Fox gets baseline. Brock Howard puts up a high archer. Here comes Tates Creek with 1:30 to play. Floyd misses everything. Out of bounds, it will be Tates Creek's basketball with 1:20 to play. Steal by Rogers. And Aaron Rodgers, 6 points in the quarter. Off the bench for the defenders. They have 90 now. A minute to play. Floyd. Mashney. Good fake and gets the foul on Jackson.
It was a good fake.
It's probably, Mike, 90 points might be the most points Bryan Station has scored in quite some time.
The most I've seen scored over here at Creek in a long time.
36 points off turnovers for Bryan Station. 16 assists.
Well, Tates Creek's had 30 turnovers tonight.
They turned Holmes over 38 times. Mashney left open behind the defense, and he lays it in, and he fouled on the play.
Vic, I guess we could get a Kentucky-Kansas prediction in here.
I like the Cats.
I do too.
I like the Cats at home. Simeon's not playing, and I like our chances very well.
Kansas hadn't played a good road game all year. I don't think they've probably
Have they
have
had a road game? I think they played their first 7 or 8, 9 games at home. So, yeah, I like the Cats behind the play of Patrick Sparks, not Michael Sparks. Embry with it. 30 seconds to play. A steal by Tates Creek's Dowling. He puts up a 3. Rebound Rogers. Brock Howard misses, but Fox is there for the putback. Fox now with 9. 92 points for the defenders. Final possession of the game. Dominique Wade has seen enough, and so have the Tates Creek Partisans. The final score, Tates Creek 92, or Bryan Station 92, Tates Creek 57. And Mike Fannin, from the very, very beginning, Bryan Station was clicking on all cylinders.
They shot the ball well tonight, starting the beginning of the game, and they just played well the rest of the night. They were on fire from 3. They were on fire inside. They played great defense. Again, if you're Tates Creek, again, you just got to forget it and move on. I mean, it's just one of those games that Bryan Station shot the lights out. They're an excellent team. Joe Pat's got a good team at Creek. It was January, not March. You got to move on.
Good points, Mike. Rounding out the final scoring for Tates Creek. Nobody reached double figures. They got a good game, a couple of good games from Pete Nocta and John Watkins. Nocta 9.6 rebounds, Watkins 9.4 rebounds. Michael Sparks 7 points, 3 rebounds for the freshman. For Bryan Station, my goodness, everybody contributed. 13 for Gerard Gay, 11 for Jerron Jones, 10 for Tino Washington, 9 for De'Aaron Fox off the bench, 8 to Brandon Watts and Alex Harless, 6 to Aaron Rodgers, 5 to Shelvin Mack and DJ Adams. And it just went on and on and on. Just an impressive performance by the Bryan Station defenders.
And again, we talked in the intro about keeping the momentum from Tuesday's game, and they certainly did. They didn't let up one bit. Very impressive win.
Okay, that will wrap things up tonight from Nolan Barger Gymnasium. For everyone working the telecast tonight, I'm Dick Simpson saying so long. And the final score, once again, Bryan Station 92, Tates Creek 57. Good night, everybody.